This is your brain. This is your brain in a jar. Any questions?
And welcome back to the Journey to the FarLands. Alright, let's see here. Got everything in order it looks like, so let's just go ahead, break out of here. No unpleasant people or critters, so let's just hop into this very convenient boat and take off. Oh, I forgot to plug the hole, but oh well. Not gonna worry about it today. Alright, starting off with a little bit of lag and the world size report. Windows is reporting 472 megabytes and Minecraft is reporting 475.43. Making some progress here. And it looks like we're going to be able to get some use out of this boat this time. Well, of course, as soon as I say that, terrain materializes in front of me and ends the boat ride. All right. That's fine. Just go ahead and ditch the boat right about here and proceed on foot. All right. Let's see. I want to get out of this area here. It looks like perhaps this might be a better way to go. Yeah. Get up over this hill here. And proceed to have to go down another one. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go ahead and get some use out of this axe, pick up a few logs. What do I drop? Could have sworn I had stuff I could drop. Okay, I'll ditch the feathers for now. Let's go ahead. Oh, well. It was only one log and I took a big fall, so we'll just go. Heck with it. Thank you for the contribution, sheep. All right, now let's get through here. Dark areas are a little suspicious because of creepers and so on. All right, we proceed. Now that we're clear of the worst of this, get to a question. Got a question on FormSpring the other day, and it was a pretty good one. So I want to go ahead with that, because it might actually take me most of the episode to give a complete answer. Excuse me a moment. That's better. Okay, the question, it was on FormSpring. It was anonymous, and it says, how do you make Sir Gorf? I want to do something like that. Or how do you make Sir Gorf talk? Or something like that. Well, anyway, you see the question. It's a good question. Sir Gorf is basically an animated picture that is created using a program called Crazy Talk. I got that program, I think it was almost 3 years ago, because it lets you do what it calls facial puppeteering to animate a picture. Well, sort of, kind of, but you animate the face of a picture. I know the more recent versions of Crazy Talk and Animator and so on can do more than that, but for my purposes, the facial animation is sufficient for doing things, characters like Sir Gorf or Bob, and one or two others that I have used in the past, and some others that I may use in the future that I haven't used yet. But the first step is writing a script, because every word that Sir Gorf says has to be scripted ahead of time. That's just the way that works, because you know, there's not a whole lot of room for ad lib in the animation thing. So the first step, writing a script, and that by itself, it depends on the subject being discussed and what kind of a block I have going creatively speaking. I'll learn to talk. And so on. So that process itself can take anywhere from 5 minutes to a couple of hours to get a script written. Anyway, once I have a script, then I need to, the first step in actually creating the scene is to get out Audacity and do my best imitation of a sort of a high society British accent type thing, and read the script into Audacity. Once I have that recorded and actually have managed to do so without flubbing lines and mispronouncing words and stuff like that, then it's time to edit the Audacity recording. And I go into that, I edit out any mistakes that manage to slip in, and try to cut gaps between words and phrases and so on down to an acceptable margin, so that he ends up having a good speaking pace. And when I'm satisfied with that, which usually doesn't take any more than about 10 minutes, I will save that recording as an MP3. And that's when I start Crazy Talk. Now these days I'm using Crazy Talk 6. I started with Crazy Talk 5 a couple or 3 years ago. And I know there's updates that have been had since then, but I figure since I got a chance to, since I had the opportunity to get Crazy Talk 6 free because I bought Crazy Talk 5, I'm sticking with that for right now. It does everything I need it to do, and I don't feel the need to upgrade. And so on. So get out Crazy Talk, and I load the Sir Gorf model, which is basically a photograph of the frog on that particular background that he uses. I have another version of it where I have removed the background and replaced it with a solid chroma key blue, so that I can use chroma key on him, like when he shows up in these videos, or like for example a Fat Trek episode or something like that. I need to use chroma key to get the background right and so on. So I've got a chroma key version of it, but I load it up and then import the audio file I created, the MP3, And it looks like I'm going to be parking right here in the middle of the forest. I'm not thrilled about that. Okay. Oh, really? Come on. One more tick. There we go. Okay. Get it into Crazy Talk, and with the sound file loaded, Crazy Talk automatically processes that and generates keyframes for lip movement, mouth movement, and random eye movements and stuff like that. And I can do a pass with Crazy Talk to put in some custom eye movement, like blinks and looking in certain directions and stuff like that. Once that's ready, it's just a simple matter of render that out. And I saved that as a raw AVI file with no compression on it. That way there's maximum information available for the video editor, which is the next step. Take that AVI file, load it into the video editor, and in my case I use Sony Vegas Pro 8, and get him situated, get the whole thing edited the way it needs to be, and render out that as an MP4 with the compression and everything, and so on. And then take that final clip and import that into whatever final project it's going to be a part of. The whole thing takes maybe, well, after the script is written, anywhere from 1 to 2 hours, depending on how complicated I'm doing things. It's not that difficult of a thing to do. It doesn't have that super steep of a learning curve. See if I can sneak through this opening in the ice. And it's fairly powerful. You can do quite a bit with it once you get used to it and learn the basics of how it works and so on. And I can wholly and completely endorse the program. Like I said, I've used it for probably close to 3 years now. And very, very good. Characters I've animated with it include Sir Gorf, Bob, Jeeves. And Jeeves is kind of a complement to Sir Gorf, as in a reverse, an opposite. You know, where Sir Gorf is basically high society, nobility type. Jeeves is, in a way, kind of lowbrow commoner. But still an interesting character. He's fun to drag out on Halloween. And so on. He's featured in the little clip at the beginning of this video is Jeeves. Yeah, and that's the sort of thing that kind of really suits him well. And so on. Anyway, so there we go. I'm walking around carrying seeds that I don't want. Okay, so that's pretty much Sir Gorf in a nutshell, and it pretty much applies to Bob and Jeeves and Q and a number of other characters. A question that often goes along with questions about Sir Gorf is, who does the voice for Sir Gorf? And as I indicated earlier, I do all of my own voice work. And with the exception of female characters that come up very, very occasionally, those I use a program called Speakonia, which is a text-to-speech program. It's probably not the best in the world, but it's free, so I'm good with that. And so on it. So I use a software text-to-speech solution for female voices. For male voices, I do all my own voice work. You know, Sir Gorf is basically me with a British accent. And, oh, crap. Okay, yeah, down this way. Me with my best attempt at a British accent and a little bit of editing the voice sound in Audacity while I'm editing the content and spacing and so on and so forth. I'm also making little adjustments to the pitch and the speed of the recording that makes my voice come out sounding like Sir Gorf. Bob is also done voiced by me, and just with slightly different adjustments to the voice tone and pitch and so on. Jeeves is also me, with a different set of adjustments to the voice and a little bit different of a mindset on my part while recording. You know, I have to have the right frame of mind, otherwise I won't sound right. You know, I don't know how other people handle things like that, but for me, I have to have the right frame of mind going, or I'm not going to be able to produce exactly the right kind of voice. And if you don't get the voice right, you just can't sell the effect. That's the way I feel about it anyway. It's kind of hard to be in a Jeeves mood and have to do Sir Gorf, you know. It's the first time Sir Gorf says "governor," it's just going to blow it completely. He's too highfalutin for that. Anyway, so that's animating Sir Gorf 101, so to speak, I guess. Fairly easy process. And the nice thing about Crazy Talk is you can pretty much animate almost any picture, whether it's hand-drawn or Photoshop created or whatever, or a photograph. You know, you can animate photographs or stills out of videos and all manner of other things like that. Okay, we're drawing towards the close of the second day here, so I need to start looking around for a place to park. And I'm thinking, well, maybe on the other side of that island, or whatever it is sticking out from the beach. All right. Oh, thanks for the question. Anyway, really, that was a good question. I appreciate it very much. I really do, because it gives me something to talk about that people might actually be interested in, and so on. Let's see. Doesn't look like I'm going to get far enough to have a west-facing exit, so maybe. Yeah. Okay. All right, we'll just park here. Throw a torch up here. Make use of the sand. Widen this place out a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and throw the bed down here. Make up some new stuff. All right, this is where I start throwing stuff away to get the things I want to keep. All right, and let's make up a boat. Grab the workbench, and that'll be pretty much it. All right. There we go. All right, that's it for this episode. It's dark in here. It looks like to me. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Be sure to stop by tinfoilchef.com/donate. Donate to Child's Plate Charity. And we'll catch you next time on Journey to the FarLands. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here.